What's good, man?
Man, selection Sunday, man. I got some stuff I got to get off my chest, man.
Okay. Well, let's get to it. They getting ready to get going.
If these teams, I'm not even going to say that. So the banner says, if this team gets in, I'm done with the committee. I'm going to start with Auburn. Ain't no way in hell. 17 and 16, 7 and 11 in conference play needs to get in the tournament. So if they get in, I'm done.
Is that the only team?
Hell no.
Okay.
Texas, 18 and 14, 9 and 9 in conference play. They get in. I'm done with you.
Okay. Say it with your chest. Is that the only two?
Hell no.
Who's the other one?
Okay. SMU, 8 and 10 in conference. They are 20 and 13
Okay.
overall, but they're 8 and 10 in conference. They get in. Committee, I'm done with you.
Okay. Well, we gonna see. We gonna see real quick.
And I gotta two of those three are getting in.
You think so?
Yeah, they gonna slip them in on the first four type of bullshit.
Okay.
You gotta play your way in. They shouldn't get a chance.
And they'll get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. These are they're announced in the East region.
Yeah.
Those are those
Dukes.
are, au-
Duke,
those are
Siena.
automatic bids.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jerry McNamara.
Ohio State got that eighth seed.
Yeah, I predicted they'd be in. So I predicted the Big Ten is going to get 9 teams. They'll have more teams than everybody.
SEC, how many this year?
8,
How many they have last year?
14.
Got that Ohio State TCU
I,
matchup,
I
8 and
predicted
9.
you would be in. So the Big 12, I predicted 8 teams will go from the Big 12 and 8 from the SEC, but the Big 10 will have the most with 9 teams representing their conference.
Okay, St. John's is in. Of course, they won the Big East title.
Predict they'll get 4 teams. So Seton Hall
Okay.
will be the last team in
Well,
for
you know UConn for sure.
yeah, UConn, Seton Hall, St. John's, and Villanova. Those
Okay,
will be the
St.
four
St.
teams.
John's is matched up against Northern Iowa.
Yeah. Northern Iowa got that. They got that automatic bid for winning their conference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they playing in San Diego? I'm gonna have to get down there.
Okay, okay. Well, let me know if you do try to make it. Kansas got that number 4 seed in the East.
Cal Baptist.
Cal Baptist. Okay.
They won last night. Shout out to Cal Baptist. Dominic Daniels is their starting guard. He's from Compton, California.
Listen, Dominic Daniels uh played at Riverside, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
JC,
Yeah,
and I went to see his game against Santa Monica, I believe. Santa Monica when
I
he was
remember that when
when he
he
was
got
at
to
Riverside.
play.
Hey, he's tough, man. He's
Yeah,
a he's a small guard.
yeah,
He's tough though.
athletic,
He is tough.
lefty, athletic
Yes.
lefty. Matter of fact, he hit the game winner last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to him, man. Yeah, I was impressed, man.
Mm.
And yeah, I think I did talk to you about him
Well, you
before.
told me about that game because
Yeah.
I remember one of the players that you were filming. You were like, you were telling me about him. I'm like, I know that kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't remember his name, but he went
His name is
to
like Keontae Clay or something like.
supposed to go to Arizona State or something at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He used to
Yeah.
be with Michael Foster and yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
All right. UCLA at number 7 going against
I
UCF.
UCF was going to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Curious to see what UCLA is going to do because Donovan Dent was hurt. He had a calf strain in the last game. And they are without their big shit. His name is escaping me, but that's the new norm now. As you
What
get older, the names start escaping.
name escaping you?
Yeah, Tyler Bilodeau. Tyler Bilodeau injured himself in the conference tournament. Him and Donovan Dent. So I'll be curious to see if they're back against UCF.
Okay.
You know,
UConn, number 2 seed in the East.
yeah,
Furman.
they gonna baptize Furman.
Yeah. Higher seed than St. John's, but St. John's ended up beating them in
So
that Big East tournament. Talking
yeah,
about UConn.
that's a pretty tough bracket though.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
um yeah. TC, you know who the best player is on TCU?
Oh,
Xavier Edmonds. You remember Xavier Edmonds?
low
Big Steve,
key.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Montgomery
Mm-hmm.
had to go JUCO.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made all tournament. He not all tournament. He was all Big 12 this year in his first year there. So he's down there doing his thing, man. Shout out to him. You know, TCU had that bad loss to New Orleans early in the year. They were a 20-point favorite and lost at home. So cool to see how they bounce back. That 7-10 matchup, if UCLA doesn't have all their pieces, I think UCF is going to beat them. I think that Michigan State will run through North Dakota State, though. And Louisville's going to struggle. If they beat South Florida, they're going to struggle. I think South Florida can win that game. South Florida leads the country in free throw attempts. And I think they're like second or third in points per game at like 88. So they put up a lot of points.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you got to excuse me, man, as I start going on my rants.
No, that's all good. I'm trying to get my stuff situated over here for the long haul because I know this is gonna be a
Your boy Dizzle saying go blue. Man,
Michigan.
blue
They
blue
just
blue let
lost.
me down today, man.
Yeah, they let Purdue
Yeah.
go on and take that chip.
Yeah, man. It-
Come on, Dizzle.
Someone get a Scotty Boy on the live. Come get your pick advice.
Uh hey, Scotty
Oh,
boy, stop
and Scotty
listening to
Boy.
this man.
And I listen, I gotta apologize. Let me just say this, Scotty Boy, because I mentioned Michigan State over UCLA, and I want to talk about that. Tyler Bilodeau got hurt for UCLA. They're big. When Tyler Bilodeau got hurt, it forced UCLA to have to play faster, and that worked to their advantage against Michigan State. If Tyler Bilodeau doesn't get hurt, I don't think they win that game. But it was just one of those things where they went, they were undersized and they just caught Michigan State by storm. And it was like every time Michigan State hit a shot, UCLA had an answer where they were hitting threes, and it was like, damn, they could not keep Donovan Dent out the paint. It was like, we talk about Cronin and how Cronin is an asshole and he doesn't respect the players and all that stuff. Beyond that, he's a hell of a coach. Like and the adjustment that he made was like, damn. And through it all, his players play hard for him.
Yeah.
Like, it's some players that like they don't like their coach and they're like, man, F this dude, man. I'm not going all out for him. But those players at UCLA play hard for Cronin. Even even in the game against Purdue, which they took Purdue down to the wire yesterday, Steven Jamerson was playing hard for Cronin to the point to where
Hmm.
he kind of, you know, changed the game and was a spark for UCLA and gave them a chance because they played with Donovan Dent played like the first 9 minutes and then he was done with a calf strain.
Yeah, and we talked about that situation with Jameson.
Yeah.
But he don't care. He just out there trying to hoop.
Yeah, I mean, he played hard, man. I was happy for him.
Yeah. So they're back, man. And then these predictions don't always go as people think. I think they're talking about Arizona right now, but the top four teams for the AP poll, they released that last one, I think, on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last one released before Selection Sunday, and
Yeah.
the top four held firm in their positions. Duke,
Mad Gator.
Arizona, Michigan. Who was the fourth?
Gators.
In
Florida.
Florida,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember by
yeah,
saying Mad Gator, Michigan,
yeah.
Arizona, Duke.
Okay,
It was Mad, and then you had the Florida Gators.
yeah. Oh, Mel
Ooh,
is in the building. What's
LIU,
good, Mel?
LIU is what's his name? Is Rod Strickland.
Okay, against Arizona
Baptized.
in the funk, Villanova and Utah State, huh? Okay. I guess once this is all set, we can start talking about who's who and all that type of stuff as far as the matchups and sleepers and snubs and all that.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Man, I like John Blackwell for Wisconsin, man. I think he is very underrated. Shooting guard. It's
Yeah,
tough.
they're a team that I think can make a deep run.
Wisconsin.
Yep, they're
Yeah.
one of the ones.
Yeah. Yeah. High Point is you know, this is starting to be a common thing with High Point, man. They went in last year. There's a
They got a cool run, but well, two. How many years? You said last year. Did they go the year before?
nah, they didn't go to you.
Okay, yeah. So 2 years is they did it again, but
Well,
you got to give
but they're one of those conferences where you got to win the conference tournament because it's only one
cor-
bid.
correct. But I'm saying you got to do it. You did it back to back. Do it again, and now I'm saying, oh, this is becoming a common thing at that point.
Okay.
Arkansas got that number
All right.
4 seed, and this is the West region. Arkansas will be playing Hawaii.
Yeah.
BYU at 6
I predicted they get in BYU.
with your
Hey, I
boy
see my guy on
the
there.
Banster.
I see my guy. Front row. Not AJ DeBanster.
Yeah, I know you're not talking about him. Oh, they're gonna play Texas or NC State.
Yeah, see, Texas is one of them teams I said
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't get in.
They're in that play
Yeah,
in
yeah. And they in that playing. Yeah, I
on
said
the on
two,
that on
two of the
that good
three.
bubble.
And I predicted that NC State would get in as well.
Yeah, and all of this stuff goes off of like the quad wins and the 4 quads, one,
Schedule.
2, 3, 4, strength of schedule and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's bullshit, man, because if you're a power four conference, your schedule's always gonna be tougher.
Yeah, but the way they break down the quads is ranking. So,
Oh, come on, man. Man, Missouri, I was on the fence with them.
oh well, they're in at 10 against
I,
Miami, 7 and 10.
I was in the fence with them. So instead of 8 SEC teams, now they have 10. They're gonna have 10.
Okay, so you ain't always right.
Nah, I'm
Can't
saying it
always
because
be right.
I'm saying it because it's gonna screw up
Purdue,
majors.
Purdue at 2. Purdue was the number 1 overall preseason, right?
Uh I
Was
don't
it
know if it was
Purdue?
preseason. It might have been preseason. I know
It
it was
was
early.
Purdue.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, because they're returning their core group. Yeah.
Queens.
That's Queens in North Carolina.
All right. West region ain't looking as strong as that East.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So I could easily see Arkansas coming out of there.
I don't know if Arkansas beats Arizona.
I think they can. But we'll see.
Arizona has a young man on the squad by the name of Koa Pete.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga has never lost a playoff game ever.
Okay, that's
So
what
all
that got to
high
do with
school,
this.
nigga never lost a playoff game. Look, man, conference tournament, nigga didn't lose a game in the conference tournament.
Listen,
I don't know if he's gonna lose a game in
Arizona's not perfect though, man. They're a fast paced team, but you know that with that fast pace comes turnovers. So you know they got to take care of the ball.
my bad. Man.
Scotty boy, get to it.
Spare change. Scotty boy, man, I had a whole apology and explanation, man, before you got on here, man. I had a whole apology. I'm not gonna go through the apology again. I'm pressed for time, but just know that I apologize.
Yeah, but no, I like Arizona, man. You know they beat some top ranked teams too, so I you could say they're battle tested already. But I don't know. We'll see. Anything can happen in this tournament. But yeah, man, like I was talking about the way they basically develop the quads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the net ranking, and there's an index that they come up to determine who's going to be ranked what. But it's depending on ranking and location. So it's the ranking of the team plus was it a home game, a neutral game, or an away game?
Yeah.
And then that's where you start, you know, getting the quads and stuff like that. But you want to have, good quad one, quad two wins. That's basically the ideal situation would be it's a road game against a tough team and you beat them, right? Quad one win. But if you start getting them quad 3 and 4 L's,
Yeah, yeah, it's a wrap.
you either bubble like your Texas squad
Yeah,
or it's a wrap.
yeah.
Yeah,
My
so
man said the quad four losses. You're like, oh no.
exactly. You at the crib and it's a low
Mm,
ranked team and you
yeah,
take that L, it's like, ah.
yeah. That was TCU early in the season against New Orleans when they were at home and took an L. At
Mm-hmm.
one point, I think they were down by 20, and I think they came back and they ended up losing by like 8 or something like that. But it
Yeah,
it
that's
was looking real bad and real Mickey for TCU.
not a good look.
But what I would say is though, if you're going to lose and get one of those kind of a quad three, a quad four loss, you gotta get it early in the season while you're still trying to figure out what you have. You don't want to get it late because in the beginning, it could be forgotten if you go on a run and win like you go on a streak of like 6 here and then you have different streaks of 6 wins
But
throughout
you
the course of the
you
season.
you gotta go on the run. You
You
have to
do.
go on the run.
You do, but I'm just saying it'll be forgotten as opposed to we hit January, February,
Mm-hmm.
and you take a bad loss.
Yeah, that's no
It's
good.
like, ah, man, everyone still they still see that stench and smell
No,
that
they
stench.
do. They do.
You can't shake it.
And man, speaking of forgotten too, that kind of reminds me like um when you look at the ACC, who would you think of?
Duke.
Duke, right?
Mhm.
Nobody's really talking about Virginia,
No. Did you see
right?
that?
Huh?
Did you see the game yesterday?
With
Duke in Virginia.
yeah, no, but I understand, but I'm saying nobody's really talking about them. Their only 2 losses in the last 15 games came to who?
Duke
Duke. So they won 13 out of the last 15.
with the first year head coach there.
I'm saying, man, and
First year
you
head
were
coach.
talking about going on runs and
Yeah,
being forgotten.
yeah.
Virginia, they could be one of those teams, man. They ain't playing Duke every game in this tournament.
True. And
So,
and they played Duke tough yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, they played them tough.
So, and Duke, listen, we'll get into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they one of them ones that
Don't make
in
it.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
And Michigan laid an egg today.
Yeah, man.
Like they sitting up in there, they ain't even excited. They just lost the. These look at them. They just lost the big. Look at this.
Yeah,
They like,
Elliot Cadeau was
yay,
like, man,
yay.
Elliot Cadeau sitting on the end looking like he didn't get the shower. Like, damn, he didn't get the shower, man. Shit. UMBC, Maryland, Baltimore County. What you know about that? That's good. That school sounds hood as hell.
Let's go, Howard.
I mean, they're in the same area.
Yeah, let's go, Howard. Hell no. Get Howard up out of there. No.
St. Louis got in, so they're gonna get two teams, which I predicted that they would get two teams. The A10.
And there's another SEC with Georgia.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting matchup between Georgia and St. Louis, because Georgia, both of those teams play fast.
Mm-hmm. Most of these teams play fast pace, except there's a few exceptions.
Oh, in DP,
Yeah.
you mentioned let's find one of those teams that win 3 times in a row, that win their conference tournament 3 times in a row. That's Akron. Akron won 3 times in a row.
Yeah, so there we go. Now this is becoming a thing in Akron. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about them like, let's see if they could. I remember when it was getting down to the championship game, they were like, let's see if they can do something that hasn't been done. Who's won 3 times in a row in their conference?
They're the first ones to do it.
Exactly. That yeah.
You know who the coach is over here for Hofstra?
Who?
Speedy Claxton.
Oh, Claxton is Hofstra's head coach?
Yeah, he went to Hofstra and now he's back coaching.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tennessee, 6th seed.
I'm not high on Tennessee.
What are you high on? That weed?
God damn it, man. They threw SMU in there, man.
Miami of Ohio is gonna play Tennessee. So
nah, SMU's gonna beat them.
Miami of Ohio is gonna play. Nah.
I think
SMU, and that's the other team that you said.
Yeah, I said they're gonna put
yeah.
they gonna do 2 out of 3, and that's 2 right
so,
there.
So the thing with the top 25, the AP poll that I mentioned. Oh, Virginia gets number 3. They're a number 3 seed. I'm telling you, man. Depending on the placement, Virginia can make a deep run. Watch. Remember though, who was that number 1 overall that lost?
Virginia.
Virginia. I think this year they can make a deep run though. I'm looking at these teams.
Hey, they're gonna beat Kentucky.
Santa Clara.
They're gonna beat Kentucky. They're going to beat them.
Say Coach Calipari ain't walking through that door.
Nope. He's not.
Oh, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the MVP in the NBA right now. He's not walking through that door. Anthony Davis has no more college eligibility. He's not walking through that door.
You know, they're gonna have
Boogie Cousins.
Shai and Jalen Williams went to each.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. They probably gonna play that up. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear them talk about something like that.
Hey man, we said it first.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Hey, Nolan Smith.
With Tennessee State. Shout out to you. Let's go, Tennessee State.
Yeah,
against Iowa State. Yeah. Hey, they in there. They in there. You gotta take the wins when you get them, man.
This region doesn't look as tough as the East region.
No, the East region is looking like the toughest one so far. But you know what? I would say Michigan. I'd go Michigan as the safe bet. Just looking at this right now, I'd go Michigan.
Yeah, I see Michigan and Alabama playing in that Sweet 16.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
other than that, outside of the number one seed, it could be some surprises. I think I think Alabama will probably end up there though.
Iowa State can match up with Michigan. I think Iowa State could give them a problem. Excuse me.
This one is interesting.
Which one?
This Midwest region.
Oh, okay. But I'm not sold on Tennessee. As you said, Boogie Cousins ain't walking through that door at Kentucky.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I Virginia, you can make a case for Virginia. It could come down to Virginia and Iowa State.
Virginia just doesn't sound like a sexy pick.
It doesn't.
It,
It doesn't. And that's hey, listen.
okay.
And what did I say a minute ago? I said ain't nobody talking about Virginia. Ain't nobody talking about them, man.
Yeah. It-
So could be one of those sleepers. I had them in the handful of teams that I was saying could be, depending on how the seating goes, could make a deep run.
and Scotty Boy, I don't know if you see Scotty Boy. He said, "We all know who gonna win this." And on a side note, F Florida and those corrupt refs. Spoken like a man from South Florida.
Oh man.
So yeah, man. These yeah, I still think that East region, God dog, man. I need to look at that one more time.
What?
That East bracket. See if they got it online. Damn. Cause that yes, Duke, St. John's, Kansas, Michigan State, UConn, UCLA. Damn, man, that's oh, gosh. Yeah, that's tough, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. Because I've watched quite a few of these teams. Michigan State can be tough.
Yeah.
If they have consistent
Inconsistent.
outside shooting,
You just heard me
yeah.
say inconsistent. Yep.
If they can find some, because it's only 4 games, dog.
No, that's true.
It's
But you have a slip up in those 4 games and it's a wrap.
yes, but they have elite point guard play, elite, and that's one thing that you need. Like it's not good; it's elite. They have an elite level athlete in Cohen Carr. They have bigs that fight and bang inside and rebound. It's just the shooting. It's if they could uh the dude Tur, he's a I think he's from South Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets hot, then it's gonna be a problem. I think it's Kurtang or something like that. But that's a tough conference, man. I mean, tough region. Like Louisville. I remember you talking about Louisville and talking about their guard play.
Yeah.
Um, like, yeah, it's just and that's not even a team that we're like, oh man, you gotta watch Louisville. UConn. Yeah. So this is the last region, huh?
Yep.
And yep, Florida. So it was that Mad Gator situation with those 1 seeds. Ah, the Commodores are going to be in this region too.
Yeah, all these other teams outside of the first four had like 7 to 10 losses.
Okay. Shout out Lehigh is gonna spank Prairie View.
Shout out to Prairie View, man. Shout out to them.
There's
Um,
I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say SWAC, man. And
Yeah.
matter of fact, uh, my daughter
Hmm.
plays in the SWAC, but her team was in the semifinals. The basketball team was in the semifinals
Oh wow.
and ended up losing. And I see Prairie View ended up coming out of there. So yeah,
Hmm. You know,
but you were getting ready to say something.
no, I was gonna say something about Lehigh, but it's okay. You know, Vanderbilt, fun fact, Vanderbilt has 3 players on their roster with the first name Tyler.
Hmm.
Weird. Um, McNeese State. You know, McNeese State got that new they got a new coach. Because their old coach, was it Will Wade? Yeah, Will Wade went to North Carolina State. So they got a new coach, and in his first year, um, won the conference tournament and got back in the dance. You know, their guy went back. The Amir Ora Khan, the,
Hmm.
the team manager that was holding the boom box and everything.
Yeah, I saw you talking about that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he's back there. Sad story with North Carolina, man, and Caleb Wilson. You know, messed up his he first he fractured his wrist
Hmm.
and then came back and then did you hear what happened with his thumb?
He broke it, right?
Yeah, did you hear how?
No.
2-0 fast break.
Wow.
Went up and dunked the ball and hit his thumb on the rim. Weird.
Wow.
And broke it. Had to get surgery. Yeah. 2-1 fast break. So like no contact with anybody. Just real unfortunate. Did you see the ending of that Penn game? And how
Uh-uh.
oh man, Penn was down 3 and you know the whole scenario of foul Yale was up 3.
Oh,
And
I did see that. I'm sorry.
Yale
Terrible.
yeah.
Terrible. Listen. You gotta foul.
Yeah.
You have to foul. Like what were you thinking?
Yeah.
You gotta foul.
Rashawn Agee. This region is starting to look tough too.
Tell me something, man. Can you hear this? I'm assuming you can, huh?
I can hear it.
Okay. Idaho is in there.
Somebody throw a potato at that
Wow. Come on.
nigga. Oh man. Wow. Let the snub talk begin.
Let the snub talk begin.
Snubs.
Snub City.
Yeah, there's some snubs.
Is there anyone in particular you you're considering to be a snub?
Yes.
Go
I
for it.
believe San Diego State should have got in.
Hmm.
San Diego State 22-11, 14-6 in conference play. Um, yeah, they've been in the last couple of years and they don't get in this year. I look at it like this. For the last 2 years, the Mountain West has had 4 bids.
Mm-hmm.
2 years. You get Grand Canyon that comes into the Mountain West from their conference. I believe they were in the WAC. And Grand Canyon had a bid last year. So essentially, you had 5 teams in one conference that were in the tournament the previous year.
And theirs was a 1 and 2 seed matchup in the Mountain West, right?
Yes,
Against
yes,
Utah State.
yes.
Did you take a look at that game?
I watched a little bit of it, but Utah State handled them like I thought they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
First bucket, Milesburg, defensive player of the year. Couldn't get it done for a squad. Where do you think San Diego State is headed? Is it to that invitation to that crown tournament or the NIT?
They don't even get a crown invitation. They get NIT.
NIT. Okay. What was the let's see, what was
UNITY.
the final score with this game? Do we
They
know?
get that UNITY.
Let's see, 56-67, 2 minutes left. How did this end up?
I think they won by 10 or 11. They won by 11.
Let's see. Yep, you're right. 11, 73-62. But that's one of your first snubs, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like they were snubbed. That's snub city. I as weird as this is about to sound, I think the New Mexico Lobos were snubbed. Now they didn't finish well down the stretch, but when you talk about some of the wins that they had this season,
Mm-hmm.
they beat Santa Clara
Okay.
by close to 30. And it was a home game, but they beat them by close to 30. And then they traveled to VCU and beat VCU by 9 at VCU. So those are 2 teams that made it to the tournament. Now VCU got the automatic bid. I get it, but Santa Clara didn't get an automatic bid. They got an at-large bid, and that's a team that they beat.
Okay.
So I mean, and it's you look at like the wins and losses of New Mexico. New Mexico 23 wins, 10 losses. So yeah, I like you got a 23 win team in the conference, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not like the Mountain West was a bad conference.
And it's not a juggernaut.
No, it's not a juggernaut, but you
Yeah.
look at it, you had 7 teams with 20 or more wins. So
Okay.
it's like you like the bottom half was terrible. Like Air Force, god awful. Air Force had 3 wins, lost 27 games in a row. They were god awful, but it's not like the Mountain West weren't beating teams in other conferences,
Mm-hmm.
weren't
Mm-hmm.
playing against teams in other conferences and top conferences. But you take a team like I said, you take a team like a Texas and you throw Texas in and you hide behind, well, it was Sean Miller's first year in the SEC and he had to like, okay. And some of these other coaches, it was their first year. New Mexico, they had a first year coach as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
it
Who probably won't be there after this season.
absolutely,
That's another story. One of
absolutely,
those hot coaches.
yeah,
You see the coaching carousel and people moving all around.
yeah.
So
But I mean, you look at it, Texas was 18-14. Like that's mediocre.
yeah.
And we reward them by saying, "Hey man, we're going to give you one more
Well,
opportunity."
that's where they start going to strength of schedule and all that stuff we were talking about before, quad wins and all of that type of deal. And even like um I think before the preseason, when you were talking about the preseason prediction as far as who had the toughest schedules coming up, I think it was Purdue was one of them,
Mhm.
and Purdue was number one overall. It was Kentucky. It was like SEC teams: Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, and that's coming off of the heels of what the SEC did, last year and how they looked last year. But if you fast forward to today, strength of schedule as far as toughness, they're saying is Kansas, Texas, I think Duke, and I think Auburn might still be in there.
Here- here's a secret to that though. I won't even say a secret. I'll just say a trick
Okay.
is beyond the fact that they're in one of the hardest conferences in the country. So
Okay.
all your games are going to be tough. That's the first part. The second part is that each each year, every other year, they create these 1+1 scheduled games. So like Texas already had some 1+1s with teams in other conferences where it's gonna be tough
Mm-hmm.
before Sean Miller ever gets there. So you didn't necessarily put that schedule together. It was three-fourths of the schedule, or let's say 80% of the schedule was already intact for you. So if you're a mid-major team,
Uh
right?
huh. Because I'm wondering where you're saying it's.
If you're a
How does that
mid-major,
work against?
well, because your schedule's always going to be tough because you always have the 1+1 set up,
Right.
and you already have your conference set up. So that's your schedule's going to be a juggernaut. Whereas your mid majors, high majors don't want to play mid majors. They don't like taking those games.
So what are you? So clearly, you're saying what that it's a disadvantage for
The mid
a
major,
mid major.
absolutely.
Okay.
It's always, yeah, it's
Because
all
you just started off with here's the trick with that, and I'm like, okay,
okay,
well,
yeah,
what are
yeah.
you
No, no,
saying?
no. Okay, yeah. In terms of why the power forwards are always going to get in when you're talking about strength and schedule
Okay.
is because their schedule's always going to be tougher.
Okay.
And then you've
Compared to a mid major. All
absolutely.
right.
Yes.
Okay. I got you now.
Yeah, my bad.
No, no, it's cool. I was just wondering, like you said, here's the trick with that. I'm like, what's the
Yeah.
trick? The
Yeah.
coach, yeah, it works for them. They don't. The schedule works for them. That's the point.
So
That's
like next year it's and I can't even say it's beneficial now because the WCC is about to become a real mid major where they get one bid because Gonzaga is going to the Pac-12. So with Gonzaga going to the Pac-12, that changes the landscape of the WCC.
and Gonzaga is one of the teams that I kind of want to talk about too.
Okay.
They got some vets on there.
Okay. Well,
But finish your point.
so you look at a team like Santa Clara that
Hmm.
just they've made the tournament now, right? So it's like things are trending in a positive direction for them. Well, them in New Mexico, when they did their schedule this year, they set up a 1+1.
Hmm.
So the first year, Santa Clara traveled to New Mexico, played New Mexico. Next year, New Mexico travels to Santa Clara, plays Santa Clara. Now, let's say that the WCC was still the same, and you're looking at Santa Clara as a potential tournament team the following year. That helps bolster the schedule for New Mexico. That one particular game. So you've already got that set up. That's one in the chamber already that you have working for you in addition to your conference schedule. And that's what I'm saying that the other schools are already doing. That they got those good games, in the chamber already. Like, okay, we know we're playing this school or this squad. Um, like now they have the what was it? I think it's the ACC SEC like interconference games that they're doing every year.
Yeah.
So you already know that that's about to help your schedule.
Right. But I mean, all I'm saying is that that's that's just kind of how it is. That's the way it is. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but
Like
we're
you have
keeping the
to
little
find
guys
your
out.
way. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. But it's like you have to find your you have to find your way as the mid major, right? And you
Mhm.
gotta kind of prove that you belong in a sense because listen, some of these the high major team, the blue blood sometimes don't belong. They're not that good. It's just the name. No, it's just the name. And that's what you see. That's the beauty of this tournament. Like, even though it's just one game, yeah, true. If it was a series of games, it may go differently. Like
Yeah.
if you put Duke against, you know, whoever we would say is a mid major who might be a sleeper. That one game, you could just pick somebody. Just let's just say Hawaii, gets on a tear and wins the game, right?
Mhm.
But if you put them in a 5 game series or something like that, you
Duke will
probably put
win.
your money on Duke.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
it's one game.
yeah. No, I get that. I do. It's
But then that's the same thing though. In it, just like it's one game in this tournament, mid major, when you're playing it, when you have the opportunity in it and you get put on one of those team schedules, you have to take advantage of it. You have to get the W.
it's the thing though to me is that this particular year, I felt like the Mountain West was being proactive in their approach. Like, you know what? They're trying not to let the mid majors in. So so Grand Canyon is like, you know what? We want to go to the Mountain West. Let's expedite it early because Grand Canyon was supposed to go to the WCC. But then they found out that Gonzaga was leaving. So then they were like, okay, we're not going to the WCC anymore. Let's go to the Mountain West. They were supposed to come into the Mountain West this following year in 2020, in the summer of 2026. But the Mountain West and their conference came to an agreement to let Grand Canyon in a year early. But to me, that was for one last push of making this a tough conference so that they could have multiple bids in the NCAA tournament, and saying that the strength and schedule is stronger than what the powers that be will try to give them credit for. So to me, it seemed like they were trying to be proactive, and the powers that be still came in like, we see what you tried to do, but we giving y'all ass one team. So it's like, how do you really go from 4 bids 2 years in a row to 1 bid? I'm not saying 4 and keeping it at 4. I'm saying, damn, they couldn't get 2 bids. They couldn't get okay, like 2. You can't get 2, and you let an 18 and 14 team, and you start talking about strength and schedule. They're in the SEC. Of course, their schedule's going to be harder. They're in the SEC. But at the end of the day, you didn't do it. That's not enough. 18 and 14, it's not enough. And when you went to the SEC tournament and you knew that you were supposed to win, you didn't win. Same thing with SMU. SMU, you went to that SEC tournament, you didn't win a game in your tournament. You lost. You should be in another tournament. You shouldn't be in this NCAA tournament. Where I look at San Diego State, they won 2 games in their conference tournament. So
Okay,
they
is this clear for you here?
yeah.
Okay.
So with them winning 2, like you went to the championship. I mean, even New Mexico. New Mexico won a game in the conference tournament. Like,
So this is how it's looking, man. And let's go here because if you focus here, we got the play-in games.
Yeah.
the first four. So this is gonna get popping in a couple days, Tuesday.
And I respect what they did with that UMBC Howard. Like I really respect that because it's like those are two teams that are compatible in terms of being mid majors, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're from the same region area, and they're both just trying to get an opportunity to get into the tournament. But you don't put no Power Five high major team in that shouldn't have got in, and you're like, we'll just put them in the first four against a mid major team that's just trying to get in. Like it's like you're trying to prove the argument of see
Mm-hmm.
mid
Who
major teams they just
who you
and
got in this one?
in this one Howard and
Mm-hmm.
UMBC. Mm, I'm gonna go with Howard.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bison.
All right, and then this next one.
I'm going with the Wolfpack. The single word of Wolfpack. You know that there's two teams with the mascot, the Wolfpack, right? Them in Nevada. You know, Nevada spells it two words. It's wolf, then pack, separate. North Carolina State is just one word, Wolfpack. But I'm going
the,
NC
the which one is the real Wolfpack?
State.
NC State.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going NC State to win.
and then Prairie View and Lehigh,
I'm gonna go with
Mountain Hawks and Panthers.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Lehigh. They got a young man by the name of Nasir. What is not Nasir Whitlock out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. I watched that kid play when he was a youngster, and he's still cooking over there at Lehigh. I think he's
Shout
averaging
out to CJ
24.
McCullum too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Rubio squad. You say you
absolutely.
think he's averaging what?
I think he's averaging about 24 a game this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he's cooking.
Okay. All right. And then we got Miami of Ohio and SMU.
It pains me to say this, but Andy Enfield wins. SMU Mustangs. Boopy Miller gets it done.
Yeah. And then that's the thing, like you were just talking about mid majors and all of that stuff. You have Miami of Ohio. They win basically all season, lose their last game.
Yeah,
Now it depends on, hey, what do you do in the tournament, right? If you lose, then there's really no respect on your name. People are just going to look at it as, they don't have a strong schedule. You know, who are they playing? Yada yada, all that type of stuff, right?
hmm
So that's another thing where it's like you don't have a lot of leeway when you're a team like that in terms of the grand scheme, right? Like getting placed in a tournament and those types of opportunities that you were talking about earlier, those all go to the top feeders in general. But
yeah,
you need a team like if you're an underdog or you're a mid major, you need a team like Miami of Ohio to do some damage because it's like,
absolutely.
yo, listen, man, we deserve more of a chance. Like, they always just like college, uh, the football playoffs, right? Where they keep talking about expanding teams, expanding teams. I don't think you'll really see that. They have this first four situation that we're going over right now, but I
hmm
don't know if that will be expanded to, hey, the first eight to consider more mid major,
96.
you know.
That's the next jump is 96
But
teams.
you get what I mean though, because it's like, let's okay, mid majors, you guys are making a case. There's more and more teams that are winning. You guys seem more competitive. Oh, let's expand it, and like you say, to whatever 96 or whatever. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't doubt that they will. I think that they will at some point. I just don't know how that expansion will look.
what's his name is trying to hold his smile in. I mean, trying to hold his face together. Um, the
Kellogg,
no, not Kellogg.
Bruce
Yeah,
Pearl.
yeah. Bruce Pearl pissed off because his son didn't make it, and Auburn
Oh
didn't make
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I couldn't believe that they
How
had the
how
nerve.
he how he stepped down so smoothly to slide him right into the throne.
I'm gonna leave it for my son.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Bruce Pearl ought to be ashamed of himself.
Hey, Bruce Pearl just trying to make it happen like a lot of these other people do.
No, I'm not talking about the way he stepped in and slid out the way. I'm talking about how he became an analyst and started caping
Oh,
for
for
Auburn and,
hey,
and saying, "Hey,
wait,
I
why
think
not?
they should." Man, come
Hey,
on,
he's an analyst at this point, man.
yeah, man,
He ain't employed by the university.
yeah, I know. Look, Bruce.
He's giving you his opinion.
Nah, Bruce. My okay. So let's give opinions. You put them in that fucked up position when you decided to step down a couple weeks before the season, and then leave it to your son.
Hey, man, they probably were talking about that. For listen, father to son, there was
Oh no,
prep
no,
work in that.
definitely,
So
definitely.
it's not like you may be saying it because for the public eye just saw it so abruptly. I'm sure that they were planning that shit out and they made it be known what they were doing internally.
I'm saying I don't think the players knew.
You don't think the players knew?
Nah,
I don't know if that's I don't know
nah,
about that.
nah. I don't think the players knew.
I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I
Um,
don't think it was much of a secret in the Auburn family is what I'm saying around that facility and
I
locker
don't think it
room
was
and
a
all that
secret
stuff.
amongst the Pearl family, but
No, obviously not.
yeah.
Yeah, why would it be a secret amongst them?
No,
They're
no,
orchestrating.
I'm saying that's where it stopped. It was it was them two, and that was it.
I don't know.
It was because if you do it sooner, that gives the university enough
No,
time
that's
to
true
find
to
another
vet
candidate.
and look for coaches and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah,
but if you do it later, like, "Oh,
I
man,
can
we don't have time. We gotta."
I can agree with that. I can roll with that.
And then, and then the players at this point now were like, "Hey,
They
man."
stuck.
y
They
well,
can't enter.
no,
They can't
you
transfer and all that type of stuff.
no, you can't. When your coach steps down, you
That
get those things.
how soon was it
Even
to the
even,
beginning of the season? I'm asking you
I'd have to look it up. Um,
because which players are really going to do that is what I'm saying. Like,
give me 1 second. I'm just
mhm.
looking it up. September 22nd, 2025.
Okay.
That's when he stepped down.
Hmm.
Season starts early November. So 6 weeks before the season starts. But what happens is when the coach leaves, the players get a 30-day window to jump into the portal. So they could then go somewhere else. But the thing is that you've missed all the summer workouts at that point. You're really going into a situation blind. So you don't want to do that either. The best thing to do would be to stay there and then just rally behind younger Pearl
Hmm.
that's trying to get the job. Like, well, if he stays here, I'll stay. And then he goes in there and is like, hey, man, look, if you give me the job, you don't have to worry about any of the players leaving and having to replace them. So you're able to leverage it. And then you leverage it, and everybody they're all on board, and they're like, okay, cool, cool, yeah, we'll do that. We don't have, like, now it's not an eyesore or PR nightmare or anything else. You now you're letting him deal with it.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, so essentially Bruce put them in that position. As far as them getting a new head coach, and him being in his first year, and him trying to figure it out, and all that stuff. They end up 17 and 16, and you start talking about how hard their schedule was and they should get a chance and get in. What are we doing? You ain't even go 500 in your conference. It wasn't even remotely close to 500 in your conference. And I want to make sure that I'm saying, yeah, you were 7 and 11 in your conference, and you were 17 and 16. You barely went 500. Like,
So you think Pearl worked him?
absolutely, he worked him. Yes,
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
for the betterment of his son. And I get it. As a father, I'm gonna do what I can to put my son in a position to be elevated and succeed. So I get it. I see what he did. I'm not mad at him for trying to do it for his son, but I'm saying now you put on your analyst hat and now you're trying to cape for your son and your team and say that they deserve. Now you're doing too much, dog. That, like, come on, dog. Stop
Let,
it.
let's listen to this when it initially went down. Um, let's see.
And I'm sorry I'm going on my rant, man.
No, man, it's all good. Let's see what we got here. Let me know if you can hear it.
The Hall of Fame
Yep.
caliber career of Bruce Pearl has come to an end. Good evening and welcome to sports. After 11 seasons, 5 SEC championships, and 2 Final Four appearances at Auburn, Bruce Pearl has announced retirement. Auburn Athletics has released a more than 14-minute video serving as BP's thank you letter to the Auburn family. In that, he said being the head
Thank
coach
you,
of the
letter.
Tigers was the privilege of his life. Let's now listen to about a minute and a half
Been a
of his
privilege.
A
emotional
minute and a half exit interview.
I've been a part of college basketball for almost 50 years. And the truth is, it's time. I told
Gusty
myself
KP.
that when I got to the point where I could not give it my all, where I wasn't necessarily 100%, where I couldn't be the relentless competitor that you expected of me, that it was going to be time. And as hard
This
as it
is
is to say this,
theatrical, huh?
I've reached
Absolutely.
the realization that it's time for me to step aside. My
Performative.
dad taught me to work hard. I was cutting grass at 5 and shoveling snow at 7.
I remember your uncle telling your ass to
He
get
told
off
me
the phone and go cut that grass,
hard work
KP.
wouldn't guarantee success. But without hard work, I wouldn't have success, and it was my choice. It's what I've instilled in my players.
The fact that he's got
It's
different
what I've
camera
instilled
angles
in my children.
on this is crazy.
Oh,
their
you knew it was it's
I'm so proud
performative.
of all of them for working so hard and representing our family.
All right, let's go over it. Take
I've
one.
been asked before what I wanted out of my life.
Nah, you got to get them tears in.
I've
Let's
gone to
put
work every day
the Visine in.
trying to reward you for giving me the opportunity to be your basketball coach and represent this unbelievable university. I hope in some way I've earned it.
Hey, Auburn. Congratulations. For that performance, you get a first row seat to the NCAA tournament to watch it with the rest of the fans. So,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Yeah, Steve, like, that was a gift to Stephen Pearl, because when you get that first job, that first job is going to be something like, I'm trying to think of a university that's he would have got Cal State Bakersfield.
mm,
He would have got something like that, where it's like you come in to the rubbish and and you've got to just build it up. Auburn essentially were contenders the year
mhm.
before. People forget about, if you're not number one, people forget it, right? So the number one player last year in college basketball was Cooper Flag. But no one remembers that Janai Broome was also in the conversation for player of the year at Auburn. Now, Janai Broome is in the NBA, but just giving you the level of how competitive they were right there in terms of being contenders to win the championship. And they were reloading to be better this year.
Mm-hmm.
They found a gym in a D2 guy that ended up being really, really good. I think it's Keyshawn Hall. I think Keyshawn Hall was a D2 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, they had the pieces. They just have a first year head coach. And no disrespect to Stephen Pearl, but sometimes it showed up that he was new in the game and was learning. For case in point, first game of the season, they played Bethune Cookman, and it took a miracle for them to get to overtime at Auburn, and they won. But yeah, that was like Bethune Cookman should have beat them
Mm-hmm.
night, which would have looked really bad.
And that was the beginning of
The Stephen Pearl era.
yeah. Yeah. So and Bethune Cookman, Dr. Bradley, shout out to him, is over at Bethune Cookman, I believe.
Yeah,
I have
he
to
is.
look up his stats and see what he did in that game. But I was able to catch him at the Drew League last year. He was at UAPB last year,
Mm.
where my daughter is now, but he transferred to Bethune Cookman. Um,
Dog,
yeah, and I know some of his family and stuff too. So
they beat Bethune Cookman 95-90. And as I said, Bethune Cookman was winning the game and just muffed it off. I
okay.
mean, they did to their defense, they did have a tough schedule. I will say that. Like they did. And the Mississippi State loss, that's a bad loss. Like the Ole Miss, those are bad losses. So essentially, yeah, you're not in because you lost to both Mississippi schools. Because those are the schools that I believe are under him in terms of records in the conference.
Hmm. Yeah, tough, man. Um, but let's get back to the bracket a little bit.
Okay.
Where do you see? So two of the teams that I kind of highlighted, just to kind of, and I'm not calling this a key matchup, but I
Okay.
was just looking at. But you could let's stick to key matchups. I'm not calling this a key matchup, but I was wondering what would happen with Gonzaga and what would happen with Miami of Ohio, being that I mean, can you call Gonzaga a top tier program at this point? Would you put them in the upper tier because they went from where what we've been talking about, the mid major. So what are you calling them now?
I might hear it from for saying this.
Let me know.
They are a blue blood of the West Coast.
Okay, you got to put the caveat of the West Coast at the end, huh?
I think that there are three. Well, I'm saying I think there are three blue bloods on the West Coast,
Okay,
and they're one of the three:
and the other two.
UCLA
Mm-hmm.
and Arizona.
Okay. I don't disagree with the other two that you mentioned. I just wondered where you saw Gonzaga fitting into the big, the grand scheme of everything as well. Because they're now where a school like, let's say, if you have repeat performances like this Miami of Ohio,
Mm-hmm.
and you continue to get into the tournament, and you're starting to get, you know, players who actually go to the NBA and things like that. Now you're kind of making that move that I was talking about, where you have to capitalize on these opportunities. You have to win. You have to start beating these teams. You have to be a repeat tournament team.
Yeah.
So if you break down that the top 25 rankings, AP polls or whatever, you had Gonzaga on there. I don't remember exactly where they were, but they were low, probably like a 10, 12, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, low to be saying they had only 3 losses,
Yeah.
right? But then you start looking at um strength of schedule and all of the
Who they
things that we
lost
talked
to?
about. Exactly.
Because
And let
one
me
of them was
pull
Portland.
go ahead. Let me pull this up
Okay.
real
Yeah,
quick so I
one of the losses was Portland, which is a terrible loss.
yeah. So exactly where they were
Mm-hmm.
um is 12. Like I said, I thought it was 10 or 12, but they're at number 12. So Miami of Ohio made it, but they were number 20. They made the top 25, but they're number 20, right? And
Mm-hmm.
all that goes back to the rankings and all of that stuff. I mean the strength of schedule, who they play, who they lost to, like you were saying, the quads and all of that stuff.
Wait a minute, damn, Gonzaga only had 3 losses.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why I highlighted it as I looked at that shit like, damn, Gonzaga only lost 3 times and they're ranked number 12.
Well,
Because remember early on, KP, I said all the teams except for the top four, Florida, Duke, Arizona, Michigan,
yeah.
they had 2 losses. I think
Mhm.
you go to that second tier, if you want to call it that, and it's like UConn and Houston, those teams. They had maybe like, let's see where UConn is to be exact, so I'm not just blowing smoke. Number 4, UConn's number 6. I'm sorry, but they have 4 losses.
Yeah.
Houston's number 5. They had 5 losses. Iowa State's number 7, 6 losses. So 5 to 10 losses for all the other teams outside of the top 4, except for Gonzaga and Miami of Ohio.
But what you know what it is about the Gonzaga losses though? So one of them, okay, they lost to St. Mary's. I get that because St. Mary's is a tournament team.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bad loss to Portland, but they had a 40-point loss to Michigan.
Okay. And but Michigan, and let me say this, and Virginia's another team that had 4. But let me say this: Michigan was smacking people.
Yeah.
Michigan was blowing people out of the water until they got to the tournament, their conference tournament. So in the Big Ten tournament, they didn't look like they were the juggernaut that they were before, and they just lost, just lost to Purdue. Your sound's off.
I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. One of my children was asking me something. I was trying
Oh,
not to get him in the live.
okay, no problem. But yeah, so they just lost. They just lost today. But as far as Gonzaga, and this is what I was saying, so they lost 3. Um, they're one of those teams that they've been there before. The coaches are used to the atmosphere and the process, so
Mhm.
that helps in preparation. You get to tell your players to know what to expect because you've been there before. It's not a new thing. This is what we do now, right?
Absolutely.
But I wanted to. There were 2 players. It's Tyon Grant Foster
Yeah.
and Jalen Warley.
Yes.
So Warley, he's actually out of Pennsylvania, same prep school as Reddish and Mo Bamba, Cam Reddish and Mo Bamba. And Grant Foster, he's a JC kid, right? He went to Indian Hills Community College. Went to Hutch, made it to Hutch, something you and we weren't able to do when we went
Fiery.
JC. We could, yeah, out of that ACCAC, we didn't quite make it out of there.
Yeah.
We got to the semifinals in our conference tournament, but we didn't quite make it to Hutch. But he went to Hutch with them, and he was a top 5 JUCO player in the country, right? But his journey, like he's been to Kansas, DePaul, Gonzaga now, right?
Uh,
I
uh, what's it called? Grand Canyon.
Yeah, and I just root for kids that have like a story like that. It's been some kind of like
His story
bumps
is
in the
crazy.
road. Yeah,
His story is crazy.
yeah. So there's been bumps in the road, and they still, they're resilient and they're still in the mix and trying to make it happen, trying to capitalize on their talents and reach their dreams and goals and all that type of stuff. All that jazz. But those two, I would say, on a team of vets, and they got some bigs and all that stuff, but on a team of vets, I think they probably have the most versatility. And in a tournament style like this, they could probably make the most difference in terms of adjustments that need to be made. There may be somebody who they got to match up with, right? There may be somebody who they have to take advantage of on the offensive end just because they have more of the, I guess I would say, talent outside of the norm of the system. Because sometimes you need
They're the
more.
wild cards.
Yes, sometimes you need more than just what you normally do, right? Because you're gonna come up against some players that you in types of teams that you never faced before, and you see this who they're speaking to right now, right?
I do, yeah. So, but on what you're saying, I agree with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Gonzaga is that they lost one of their bigs, Braden. Damn, what is Braden's last name? I want to say it's Braden Gant.
Huff, was
Huff,
it?
that's it. Braden,
Huff.
yeah, Braden Huff.
Yeah, Huff.
Braden Huff tore his knee, so he's done. That puts a lot on Graham Ike, and I like he can't get in foul trouble. Sometimes he gets in foul trouble, and just sometimes he does a little too much offensively. But it's because they depend on him so much. Ty and Grant, and I do agree with you about Ty and Grant Foster being the wild card, which I wonder how much respect they really give him because he didn't get all honors for anything in that conference. I was really, really surprised.
Okay, I don't want to make it a personal
No, I know.
situation for you, but we've seen that scenario before, right?
Absolutely. But I'll say the other guy that's a wild card on their team is it's a dude named Adam Miller. And I think it's more so a matter of if they're gonna play him or not. But Adam Miller is a senior, 6'3" guard. He transferred in from Arizona State. So he's played against, some dudes being in that Big 12 conference. But he's one that I would look for them to probably lean on some in this tournament to hit some shots. Like,
Okay.
because and he's been around. He played for Arizona State, he played for LSU, he's played for Illinois. He doesn't average much in terms of points. He only averaged like 7.6 points this season, but he is a guy that can score and could fill it up. Pause.
Yeah, pause. But yo, let's kind of pivot a little bit. They were talking about Dominic Daniels
Yeah.
Jr. just a second ago. So let's see.
Kennesaw State though, like that's gonna be interesting, man, because that's a bunch of black dudes, man, outside Atlanta.
Well, let's check Dominic Daniels Jr. out.
Daniels Jr. Daniels to the rim. Daniels puts it up and good. Are you serious, Dominic Daniels Jr. having the game of his life.
Small guard, but tough.
Yeah, he's tough.
And he'll get a chance to shine on the big stage, show what he got.
Daniels comes in and lays it in.
He was against Utah Valley yesterday, man. He was having a hard time. They had the like 6'5", 6'6" dude on him.
47 for Dominic Daniels Jr. No one has scored more points in a single game in a CVU uniform.
If he misses, the season's over. Well,
47.
that was the semifinal game. I thought it was 41, but
Okay.
yeah, it's great. So, the game against Utah Valley yesterday, he hit like a step back three, with like I think it was like 12 seconds to put
Mm-hmm.
it up by 2. Utah Valley came down and ran a high ball screen, and the big rolled off the ball screen. The guard lobbed it up perfect. The big kind of slipped when he jumped, caught it, didn't get high enough, missed the dunk, and that's how they lost.
Mm.
Like, if he makes the dunk or just puts the ball in the basket, they go to overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, he missed it, fell down, and is just looking like, damn, I blew it. But that was I don't know if you know, their conference, that WAC conference, Utah Valley's leaving the WAC conference and going to the Mountain West. And there was a thing where the conference stepped in and said, hey, if you don't pay $1 million to
Yeah,
us,
I know. I heard. Go ahead.
oh no, if you don't pay $1 million, we're not going to let you play in the conference tournament.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, insane. And this was their best year to get into the tournament thus far, and unfortunately, they came up short. But more so than anybody, the WAC is happy. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna win no conference over here, win the conference tournament over here, and then bounce next year. Hell no. Get your ass out of here and take
Right.
that L with you.
Right. Man, is it another player that you were saying is a player to watch?
This is gonna sound cheesy, but I'm gonna say it.
Why would it sound cheesy?
Braden Smith. But I want to watch Braden Smith for Purdue point guard. I want to watch Braden Smith for different reasons.
Why is
Braden
that?
Smith is 1 assist shy of tying Bobby Hurley for the all-time leading assist leader in college basketball. So I want to watch his game to see him break the record. I think that's a cool accomplishment, man, and to do in 4 years of college basketball. So shout out to him. He's not big, not an extremely good shooter, not athletic,
Mm-hmm.
but finds a way to get it done. So yeah, man, I want to he's one Braden Smith that I want to see for that reason.
So you're kind of rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him to break the record. I don't like Purdue per se,
Uh-huh.
but I'm rooting for him to break the record.
Let's peep a little bit of his journey real quick.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see what they talking about. This is from the Big Ten Network.
Okay.
Braden Smith, with this assist, becomes the all-time leader in assists.
Throw that video on, brother.
Passing Bruce Parkinson.
You said what?
It's not showing.
I was point guard at Purdue. We had a lot of scores.
I see it showing.
My whole focus was
on ours,
passing,
Uh-huh.
giving them the rock, letting them score.
I saw all the other ones. I didn't see this one.
When I was in high school, I was 5'10", 130. Pretty close to what
I can't hear it either.
was.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
First time I saw Braden was freshman year in high school.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Okay, you still don't see nothing.
Now I don't see anything at all. Okay, now I do. Now I see.
Okay. And let's see. Tell me if you hear it.
Yep. I hear it.
Braden Smith, with this assist, becomes the all-time leader in assists at Purdue, passing Bruce Parkinson.
Well, that was all time at Purdue, and now he's facing Hurley, like you said.
I was point guard at Purdue. We had a lot of scores. My whole focus was passing, giving them the rock, letting them score.
Naked ass court.
You said what?
Look at that naked ass court, no 3-point line. That shit is nasty.
hey, that looked like your PE gym at 1967 or something.
Yeah, what are we doing, man? Look at the big ass squares, man. What are we doing, man?
When I was in high school, I was 5'10", 130. Pretty close to what Braden was. First time I saw Braden was freshman year in high school. I could tell he had an aptitude and an IQ for the game that was pretty rare at that age.
Let's see.
I said, Matt, this guy, he may be smarter than all of your assistant coaches.
As I started to call different people, one college coach had come away with saying some things. They called him a basketball savant. Then the guy was like, I think he could be like Scott Skiles. And I'm like, man, since Scott Skiles.
Do you agree with the Scott Skiles comparison?
That's a lot, man.
You think that's a lot on it?
Yeah, man. You know, Scott Skiles, I think he had a 30-assist game in the NBA.
No, yeah. Well,
yeah, he's got the most assists in NBA history, like in a game, single game record.
So Scott Skiles, like in terms of passing,
like Scott Skiles white.
So Scott Skiles is what they're trying to compare him to. But
yeah, man, nah, that's a lot.
Okay, you think that's too much?
I mean, but they were making the comparison when he was still in high school.
That's true.
That's why I'm saying that's a lot.
There's not been another Scott Skiles. Like I always say, you don't duplicate greatness.
Braden got the offer on April 26th, and 2 days later, he's a Boilermaker.
Bruce played a really big role in Braden attending Purdue. No matter what you say about Braden Smith, if you've never seen the kid play and you walk into a gym, he will never pass the eye test.
That's true.
Small guard.
That is the realest thing.
Hey, Moms is breaking it down.
Yeah,
like,
that is she's real right there.
Hey, but he's proving people wrong, right?
Oh, true.
Yeah. So shout out to him. Hopefully he breaks the record. Listen. I was never, you say you're not a Purdue fan. I ain't a Duke fan. So break Hurley's record. Records are made to be broken, as they say. Look, make it happen. Go for it. Let's see.
Sophomore year, making it all the way to the championship like we did, I think that really just is a testament to our hard work.
I'll say this, though. Like, he runs that team.
Yeah, he can play.
Like, he runs that team.
Play. But Scott Skiles, like in high school, like, I mean,
and I'll say, like, and you may be saying that it's too much on it, but maybe it's in recruiting when you talk, you say, well, what's a comp? Give me a guy, or, give me his ceiling. And maybe that was the question. And they're saying, Scott Skiles, or throwing that out there. Like, I get what you're saying, but that's like me saying, hey, man, when we're going over drafts and stuff like that, I say, hey, man, give me this player's comp. Now, you may say, oh, I'll give him, like Elton Brand, since we named Duke and something like that. But Elton Brand was a beast. But the kid we're talking about may never be Elton Brand, but he may have like a skill set that could develop into an Elton Brand if that was the ceiling that you're giving me.
You're like, okay, an undersized. I mean, when you're saying that, I would say, okay, a Elton Brand, like, I'm like, okay, an undersized big that's gonna play hard, rebound. He can shoot the mid-range jumper, score inside.
And maybe the kid we're talking about has those qualities, but not as polished as a Brand. But you're saying, hey, if he works and reached his full type potential, he could be Elton Brand like. And I'm just saying,
Yeah.
maybe that's kind of what they were saying about him. I know you're saying it's a lot on it, and I'm only saying this and breaking it down like that because you keep going back to the Scott Skiles as a lot.
I mean, he's lived up to it. So I can't be mad at the way that they sold it because he's exceeded expectations.
Well, has he? Well, is he going to the league to you?
No.
Okay, because Scott Skiles went to the league.
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm saying.
That was in a time where you had pure point guards and all that stuff. Like, the league isn't necessarily pure point guards anymore. That era's over.
Okay, so so you think living up to it is just his performance here at Purdue? Like, what he's done at Purdue is enough to stamp what they were saying?
Absolutely. Because that's who they were saying he's Scott Skiles like too. They were selling Matt Painter. And Matt Painter is the one that extended the scholarship.
Yeah, no, I know. That's but that was my point, was like, when you're discussing, that's why I started off by saying, when you're discussing recruitment, you throw those things around like, give me a comp. Like, who's this guy's skills like? What do you see? Give me a ceiling, all that type of stuff. So maybe that's the way they presented it to Painter, was all I was saying. But
I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with this dude on TV, this black dude. Like, he's killing. I don't know what it is. Is it that he looks like Carver from The Wire? What is it? Is he looking too stiff? What? I don't know.
Any other player you want to break down, man? I know we'll have to probably come back to this after we have our bracket situated.
I'm interested to see Yaxel Lindeborg.
Ah, man.
Michigan.
Another JC kid, man. Yes. Arizona Western.
Yes. Oh, matter of fact,
who knocked us out.
Yeah.
Like I said back in the day when we were trying to make it to Hutch, when I brought up the Grant Foster discussion, when we were trying to make it to Hutch, Arizona Western is who we got knocked out by.
Absolutely. But I want to see him, man. Like, I want to see what he does, because he could have been in the league this year, right? And he was projected to be a late first round pick. And he opted to go back to school, go to Michigan. He was at, Alabama, Birmingham, and he went to Michigan, and man, he did his thing at Michigan. Like, I initially thought the move was silly. Like, why would you go back to school? You got a chance to get into the league now. You're projected to be a first round pick. It's all right now. Like, what are you doing? Too much can go wrong. And like, this dude helped his draft stock more.
Okay.
Because he showed that he could dribble the ball. He showed that he can initiate the offense. He showed that he can knock down the three. Like, you see his size, pause, and you're like, okay, he's legit as far as size goes. Like, he's a legit 6'9", 6'9.5", and this dude can move.
Hey, well, shit, man. Let's take a look at some of his stuff. Let's take a look at it. Look at his story. This is also from the Big Ten Network.
And why you're saying that, Purdue has a player as well that went to JUCO in Arizona. Oscar Clough.
Okay.
Dude that looked like Bradley Cooper, the actor Bradley Cooper in the face. Yeah.
He looks like who in the face?
Bradley Cooper, the actor Bradley Cooper. He went to Cochise.
Okay.
Now, when we get to the man of the hour right here, this is everybody's favorite player on the team. This is Roddy Gale Jr. Can you put this down so they can see your face, please? This is Roddy Gale Jr. This is the engine that drives the Lamborghini that we are, Every part of the car, this is him. The king. All hail Roddy Gale Jr. Thank you very much.
What you think about Mara?
I like Mara.
He can pass, man.
I like Mara. He's Paul Gasol-esque.
Okay. You know what they do? They run a lot of they initiate the sets by a post up to him. I saw like a repeated play where Cadeau would post up, they go to the strong side with Mara, they post him up opposite of Burnett, their shooter.
Yeah.
Right? Then they go with Cadeau at the top, a dive cut to Cadeau, Mara drops it to Cadeau, Cadeau passes to the weak side. Burnett is usually open and he knows how to relocate.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said he knows how to relocate, find the spot.
Yeah.
And that was super effective. And they kept doing it like over and over. I'm like, dog, do y'all not see that this
You're
is
talking about in the beginning of the Purdue game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yes.
He hit the 2 threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just said that to say like it starts with strong side post up with Mara, and then he makes the decision. So he's a pretty solid passer. But
There's a red house out there. It's got Roddy's name.
Exactly. With the crown, I don't know.
He's funny. He's always making jokes and stuff like that. So he kind of just lightens the room no matter what room he's stepping into. It's just a great personality to have when you have somebody like that that's really good and understands just switching on and being super serious and locked.
He's 6'9", right?
6'9.5".
Okay.
Allegedly barefoot.
Really?
Allegedly.
So might as well be about, say, 6'10".
Yeah.
Okay.
Get in.
I like his game.
I was a fan of Dusty May because I was watching his Final Four run at FAU. And it was just amazing just seeing the way he coached. Dusty's more like a cool uncle kind of guy, you know?
And the Wolverines win.
Getting coached by your cool uncle.
Nah, Dusty May seems like an asshole. There's no way, man.
He ain't Unc.
Nope, it's a little white guy, man.
Remember, I was saying Unc OG old head is where does he fall in?
Nah, man, this
is he an old head?
Nope, this nigga's he's just asshole. Like this guy, he's rude. Like he's rude. He's
the Big Ten Tournament Championship.
Hey man,
the bigger lineup that they ran was like very versatile.
Of a coach.
It was like
you said what?
When have you ever known a short white guy that's a basketball coach to be cool? Yeah, like come on, man. They would, man. They're all fiery. They just carry it differently.
Like pro basketball, pretty much, in my opinion, and I needed to learn how to be a pro anyway.
He liked the way Danny Wolf played. Yax doesn't play exactly like Danny, but he has some similar traits.
Duck and cover. Big shot of talent.
His decision making, his passing, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's an athlete, man.
Yeah, like this really bolstered his stock, man. And
yeah,
now we're talking lottery.
You think he's going top 10, maybe?
I don't know if he goes top 10.
But lottery for sure?
But he's in the top 14. Yeah.
Okay.
Dribble quite as well as Danny, but he shoots it better.
Lindemore rattles home a 3.
He said he shoots it better.
He scores
than
in so
Danny.
many ways.
Lindemore trying to answer.
He's got range, goes down low. You said what?
He said he shoots it better than Danny?
Let's see.
His decision making, his passing. He doesn't dribble quite as well as Danny, but he shoots it better.
Lindemore rattles home.
He did.
That's saying something. So, you know, I'm not trying to be the dude name dropping, but I'll say this. I saw Danny Wolf in a workout this last spring.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they do like 5 spot where they're shooting the NBA 3 and they get 5 shots each spot. Danny was consistently going 20 for 25 in the 5 spots. I was very impressed, man. Matter of fact, the guy that was training him, damn, what's the dude's name? I can't even think of it. Don McClain.
Okay.
Don McClain was impressed, like, damn, Danny, you can really shoot the shit out the ball. Like, He can shoot, man. So to say that Lindeborg shoots better than Danny, that's saying something, man, because he's already got the athlete part down.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, so if he shoots it better than Danny,
He scores in so many.
What?
If he shoots it better than Danny and he shows that he can shoot it better than Danny in the training, he's top 10.
Okay.
Ways.
Lindeborg trying to answer. He's a triple-double type of guy. We call him Dominican LeBron.
Dominican LeBron?
Yeah.
Dominican assassin. We call him
Crazy
Max.
thing is the nigga's not even Dominican. He's Puerto Rican.
I think he's Dominican.
I thought it was Puerto Rican.
No. He's Dominican.
Just a man of many talents.
You finish a game and you look at a stat line and you say, how did he get 17, 9, and 8 without breaking a sweat?
Now, do you see him being a triple-double guy? Like 17-9 or close to it, 17-9 and 7. Is that something that you think he can translate to the league? Does he have that type of ability, or do you think in the league he's a role player?
I think it depends on where he goes.
Okay.
Because I mean, he could be a Jalen Johnson.
Because nobody was really looking at Jalen Johnson like a walking triple-double.
Yeah.
Until he started being a walking triple-double.
Yeah, he could be a Jalen Johnson. And you're right, he is Dominican. My bad. I thought he was Puerto Rican.
And one on a pretty pirouette finish. Just him being an unselfish player, unselfish on and off the court.
They didn't play
allows
him
us
like
to.
this at Auburn. I mean, they didn't play him like this at Alabama Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
They played him mainly in the post.
Well, look at the team. They probably needed to.
No,
Michigan,
I know,
Michigan is a big squad.
Yeah, they had 3 dudes over 6'9" that start.
What's the other kid? Johnson?
Morez Johnson.
Johnson. I like his game too.
Yeah, Morez Johnson.
Yeah.
Come together as a team.
How could I miss that?
That's Burnett, the shooter, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm playing for Michigan.
Lindeborg hits a 3.
Like, I get the chance to come to Michigan, represent the Block M, where the Fab Five was.
Hey, look, I was just about to say, look at what you just said, and he's looking taller than Chris Webber. Look, I know they say we shrink as we get older, so no disrespect, C. Webb, but he's looking taller. Unless he's on his, tippy toes or whatever in this.
But isn't Jalen Rose like 6'8", 6'9"?
Jalen Rose is listen. I saw Jalen Rose in downtown LA one day, just walking. He was outside of the building at my job. Legit 6'9" looked like to me.
And look at the size difference between him and Linda. Like,
right. Hit for sure 6'8", no shorter than 6'8" for Jalen Rose, but he looked legitimate, like 6'8", 6'9". So if that's the case, but Chris Webber was listed at 6'9", 6'10".
6'10", yeah.
So, damn. All right.
Being on that court feels like a dream.
Yexel Lindeborg, the young man has traveled around, born in Puerto Rico, moved to Dominican, and moved around a great deal at his mother's request.
You said what?
I knew it was in Puerto Rico somewhere. He was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay. Got to make your point, huh?
No.
Hey, look, I'm messing with you, man.
Yeah. Where did I get that from?
It was amazing to be able to play for my mom. She's been there with me since day one, even when I didn't want to do this.
Lindeborg! Oh!
You can always tune everybody out and just hear your mom's voice. She has this little noise she makes. She's like,
oh, okay.
It's super loud. I don't know how she does it so loud.
He never looked at me, and I said.
But that's crazy that you could hear
Hearing that just kind of clicks
in a loud ass arena.
Yeah.
You so used to that you can hear that. Do you have any type of things that you do with your kids when they're out there? So you make a noise or you do something and they know that it's you?
I would tell you, but the people probably wouldn't believe it. Telekinesis.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm like, look up, son. And no, in all seriousness, I be doing this. Doing just a twirl, like catching them looking.
Yeah.
And that's like, pick that shit up.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
And
Hey,
then I'm doing it faster.
it's crazy. I do some of the same stuff to Art, but you know what? When she is playing, she looks for me anyway. Which is one of those things where I'm like, okay, is it too bad? Like, I don't think it is, because I don't feel like she's distracted. But I'll look and I'll just do something, and it's almost like if I just, tilt my head this way, or I look at something and, I do that too, she'll know what I'm talking about, because she'll like just nod. And crazy enough, the next play or some plays down the line, she's doing what I'm talking about. So, man, listen, remember when we used to play basketball? Me and you, I'm saying, in high school, college, we didn't talk.
No.
We had, we did talk, but we had a lot of nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
And we knew exactly what each other were talking about. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that when I start twirling fast, it's like, come on.
Pick that shit up, right?
Yeah, because you don't want to yell that in front of everybody, like, man, pick it up.
Yeah.
Right. So you try to avoid that. So
I say, I think he's gonna be good.
I played my senior year, and I only played about 11 games.
He didn't play because they were bad grades. He stayed in the room for a long time playing.
Kids, get your grades up.
Yeah.
Get your grades together.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing if you're ineligible.
And it ain't gonna be a lot of Yaxel Lindeborg stories.
Exactly. It's gonna be sit your ass down.
Yeah. You're gonna get axed.
Right. The real axe.
PlayStation.
That was pretty much my only love I had. Just play video games with my friend all day, and then that stopped me from pretty much doing everything. I wouldn't do homework, because as soon as I get home, I just play the game, till I go to bed.
It's important to me and to the family that you graduate. He finished with.
Man, look at moms back in the day. Hold on. This is a few years ago, huh?
In 2020.
2020? 6 years ago?
Moms is tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Ace and B. My friend called me about the JUCO. I talked to Jackson. I say, hey, you go to Arizona.
Arizona. Yuma.
Arizona Western. And I immediately started, crying, complaining, like, I don't want to go. But,
Don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's damn near another country, man.
It was final. No matter what I said or what I did, I had to go.
Oh,
you doing
I
that
wasn't
in
really
the
too
game?
happy about it, but she, she was super happy. She knew I could do it. She believed in me.
Can't go from that high like
basketball starting to become a lot more fun.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I ended up started getting recruited by a bunch of D1 schools.
Wait, hold on. Who was that against? Let me see.
I could do it. She believed in me. Basketball starting to become a lot more fun. I ended up started getting recruited by a bunch of D1 schools. Get the UAB, saying they got a spot for me. I'm starting to get a little bit of NBA talk. We find out that I get an extra year because of the JUCO thing.
He called me.
Hey, and is that official that the JUCO years do not count against your NCAA eligibility?
I know it's 1 year.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's multiple years.
Okay.
And he said, Mom, I'm going to Michigan. I say, are you sure?
She was like, okay, I trust you. Now it's time to really work. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do my best to, get in a better position for us. My mom, when it was just me and her.
You said what?
He's a scout's dream.
And why do you say that?
Because he's single parent home, right? Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they don't like black dads in the picture.
And why do you think that's the case?
Because they know black dads, they know that if a black dad is in the life of the black son, then the coach can't break that kid down as easy, or he knows that the child is going to always listen and respond to the voice of his father, as opposed to responding to the voice of the coach as the man.
Okay.
And Yaxel Lindeborg, coming from a single parent home, and it's him and his mom doesn't understand the recruitment game. So it's easy to kind of talk to them and sell them and say, hey, do this. You're not going to get much pushback. And essentially, they're immigrants in this country, right? So they're not even really native to this country. So it's just a lot of things that they don't know. So they'll blindly follow a little bit easier.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that, people who are here don't know about NCAA and the rules and the system and all of that type of shit.
True.
I mean,
True, but I'm saying, but they will follow without question.
Yeah, but I'm saying to your point, KP, I'm adding that to say that there's even people here don't know everything about the NCAA system, let alone, people who are foreign to not just the system but the country, period.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
My bad.
She wants to come to a lot of games, but I'm telling her not to because she's kind of dealing with a little sickness right now. She got diagnosed with cancer. The doctor said she was doing good. I'm just trying to make sure that she, is able to beat it. I'm going home and I'm
prayers out to his moms.
Absolutely.
It's bigger than basketball.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I didn't know that about him.
I'm scared. I'm nervous. My stomach's on my feet right now. This is crazy, man. Merry Christmas. Brand new Jeep.
Surprise there for the holiday. You say you want to see what?
I said I want to see this young man succeed, man.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm definitely rooting for him, man. Like I say, I said a minute ago about the kids who go JC and they don't have like the straight up, I was a top this recruit, and out of high school I got all these offers, I'm McDonald's All-American. This is like getting it out the mud type shit. Like going JUCO, it's hard. Like you get there, you may not make it out. Like we say, Coach Willie Young told you it was purgatory. That junior college is purgatory. And that was a bar. That was some of the realest shit. Because I had to sit back and be like, damn, like, yeah, you come here and it's just, motherfuckers don't make it out.
No, it's true.
But yeah, shout out to him, man. I wonder, in the grand scheme, like how far Michigan will go in this tournament. And like I was saying, they're in that bracket where I think they can get up out of there. I don't think it's one of the strongest ones. Let's see, it's them. They're against a play-in team, right?
Who? Michigan?
Yeah, will they play against a play-in team?
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna play against one of the play-ins.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, let's see. Other top seed in there is Iowa State. I think you were saying Iowa State could match up well against them.
And they got a player on there I want to see on Iowa State as well, Joshua Jefferson.
Okay. You want to go through Joshua Jefferson now, or you want to save that for another?
We can say that.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, shoot, man. Shoot, it's been real. We'll have to get our bracket breakdown and,
absolutely
go from there. But man, shout out to everybody who did get on here. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back at it when we do our fill out our brackets and break down our decisions on that, and then just see how that all plays out. But appreciate y'all running the wing with us. We out.